It is now.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, you
Yeah.
start over.
Thank
Sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're back. So I'm here with Rup Singh, and he just gave a powerful talk on technology and how we have to have agency over our own data. And you said something pretty scary, which is, you mentioned that our data is sold without our consent a lot of times, which is very scary. So I want to know a little bit about what inspired you to give this talk.
So I think this is an idea whose time has come. We have the technologies to solve for it. We have evolved in the internet generation for the last 20-something years, and now is the time to really take it to the next level. We're losing a little bit of our roots of why internet was started. It was very decentralized, it was for the people. Now what we see is this era where a few companies really monopolize the experience. That's one. Two, which is a business concept. But if you look about the rights of individuals,
Right.
because this is the data that you and I are generating. It's organically ours.
Right.
Especially something that belongs to you, like your fingerprint or your DNA,
Absolutely.
or your pattern of your iris,
Yes.
the print of your fingers. So the question is, it's your data. Who's responsible to keep it safe?
Right.
Who should be able to use it? Who should be able to profit from it? Who should be able to share it? And these are questions that we need to answer.
Right. Yeah, it's the moment. It's a huge conversation happening now in the technology world. And you also mentioned that it's something we collectively have to drive to change this and to move forward. So how can we do that? Who are the players involved in that?
So I think the entire ecosystem is coming together. As I mentioned in the talk, there are few organizations that are already in this movement.
Yeah.
They're spearheading, pioneering these movements. So for instance, People-Centered Internet, or ID 2020, or W3C, or Rebooting the Web of Trust. And then there are a lot of voices coming out now from the tech space in the Valley, and even internationally. I think if you compare internationally, Europe is much more advanced in their regulation as far as America is concerned. And even Asia is more advanced in their regulation than the US in terms of protecting rights of individuals and the ability to share data and the ability to use data for your profit.
Absolutely.
So I don't think it's a one-sided conversation.
Sure.
We have to come together as an ecosystem.
Yes.
It's not one party or the other. It's not against companies. It's not against capitalism. It's not against business. It's to find a way where we can not only utilize the data for a warranted, justified need to do business, but at the same time have consent, have control,
Right.
have the ability to revoke access, have the ability to be forgotten, and even some organizations go to the extent and say we should be compensated for the use of our data.
Right.
So
Yeah.
all the content that you put on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn,
Hear that, guys?
are you getting paid for it?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that another part of it is really educating people on it, which is something you did today, and more people learning about it. Because when you bring fingerprints and DNA into the conversation of the data economy, that gets a little scary. So what would you tell some of the younger generations who are coming into this? What would you tell them about this subject to try to give them advice on how to move forward?
Oh, I'm nobody to give advice. And younger generation, they know it already. They don't need to know me.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. We live in such a digital world, right?
Yeah. So you're digital natives. I don't think the idea of blockchain technology being able to solve some of these things is new for younger folks. I think they're born into that land and they're very much comfortable with it. It's the world that they will live in. They will have not only the ability to make payments, they will have banks in their phones. In fact, they'll have hedge funds on their phones. Right? So that's the world we're coming to. So the question for them is not as much on the technical understanding of the technology side. It's more about the issues of the time. They're going to be creating the world for 20 years next and then 50 years. So I would ask them to look at the issues of what kind of world are we creating. Technology permeates our lives, and what does that do to humanity?
Oh, I love that. We're going to end on that. Think about that, guys. What kind of world are we creating? Leave some comments below. We'll answer, and we're going to be interviewing some speakers from the next block. Thank you, Rup Singh. A pleasure talking with you. Stay tuned.
So.